Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and today I'm going to show you what I am putting on my Etsy today, okay? Putting in my Etsy shop. Right? I've already got one journal in there and I've showed you that, flip through on that before, but then if you go on there you'll see the pages, okay? So first of all I have this gypsy sort of style journal that I have done crazy patchwork on the cover. Now I'm going to show you how that works. I might have to stitch that there, I think. Better stitch that down, Sonia, because you don't want that to fall off and then not be able to be found again, okay? We've got a bit of thread here, look at this. And we can stitch this on here just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And while it's all done up there at the right size, we'll just put this on here, okay? So this one is like I made the cover, and then I realised I should just turn it into a little journal, so I decided to do that, okay? So if I cut that off there and I just put another stitch through, we should be safe enough. It should not come apart. I'll track it under here somewhere for a minute just to bring it out over here. Love the colours that I've put on this. I do love working with velvet. So this has got a lot of velvet. It might be all velvet. I'll have to have a look and I'll tell you in a minute. Okay, because it's a long time since I did it. Yes, there's velvet on all of it. Look at that. That's a real old piece there, that bit, and so is that bit there. They're very old pieces, and I couldn't think what to do with it, and it just balked me for so long because I didn't know what to do about the edge of it. But I figured it out eventually after a lot of trial and error. So it's a dear little thing. It is 3.5 inches by 4.5 or 8 centimetres by 11 centimetres, okay? And I don't know how many pages is in it, but if you go and look at the description thing in the Etsy, I'll have that written in there because I'll count them up and thing. Now, I didn't know what to put on this, but this works because it's not very wide, it's not covering over the work, and it's going to hold it nicely. So that's a nice piece of really good braid. And I found one of these beads and then I couldn't find another one, but I searched and I searched till I did, and I did it. So if we open that up there like that, that's what your back and your front looks like on that, okay? So I've done a lot of stitching, a lot of beading, and it is really cool. I love it because I made it. And then I put this braid around the outside, which I think works. I think it works for it because it did I put two lots? Yes, I've got it back and front, and then it's all stitched down together, so it's all very safe, and it's got paper and what have you in there. So and it's got a lot of what do you call them? They're sari silk pieces off the sari silk saris. Now I've got these two cards, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just put paper on the back so you could journal on them if you wanted to. So that gypsies would have a card. We've got some little pom things along the bottom of there. That's a piece off a sari that I got in India for a long time ago. I didn't go to India, I bought it from over there. This one hasn't got anything in the pocket, but you've got to have somewhere to put your stuff, don't you? Okay, that's a piece of handmade paper that I put on there. I did not do it. There's a little piece of paper wrapped up there, and you can write on the back, and it's got a mini little paper clip on there, see? This one here is another piece of the sari, and it's got a pocket, and it's got nothing in it either, I did fill up a lot of pockets, but I did not fill all of them, you can't put everything in. But there's an empty pocket. Okay, Sonia, right, so there's a little heart on there. That's a piece of, there's a bit of sari. This is a bit of a long strip of, that we glue all together. What do you call them, those things, it's one of those. And I put this flower on here because this page is a really nice paper, but you wouldn't be able to write on it, I don't think, so I put a nice flower on that. There's a lady there, the gypsy lady. Now she's got something in the pocket. She's got a little booklet in there that I've stitched it together, so you can write stuff in that. not a tuck spot, but you can write there. I put a music note. She's playing music on that one. Okay, this one here is a piece of really nice gold fabric. Somebody gave me that, I think, and I made this here, but I think I failed by putting the key on there. I don't know. If you something like that, you can cover it over. I don't know if the key's working. This is nice. I put one of my little dream catchers on there, and inside I've got some tiny money and some little bits and pieces. I think there's a bird and a few other things in there. Okay, you can use them in the book, or you can just leave them in there and write on them. There's another dream catcher. Put this little girl in there. She probably could be Gypsy. I hope you've been seeing what I've got here. I've been looking at myself, not worried about you. Nice of me, isn't it? Now this card, I did not put anything on that, but that's up to you. I put him behind there, the wagon. I thought that little girl looked nice, and I don't know if you can write on it yet again. That's the other side of that page. I don't know if you can write on that. Might be a different one. Anyway, so I have got some ink on some of these things, but not a lot of it. So I put this on here too. I love the colours. I think Gypsies would like that colour. And then they got a little lantern thing. Look at that. You know, it's pinned on there. Okay, so there's a nice lady. And I've got another booklet here that I've sewn together and put down. And there's a star thing hanging on the where I've sewn it up. There's bits of fabric coming off there, and that's a little bit of one of the... It looks like a fish, and it just occurred to me, look at that. And this is another one of those snippet roll, that's what it was that I made, and then I just cut it up and started putting pieces in here. Look, somewhere to write. There's a bit more of my snippet roll. That's where you could draw something in that. And there's pieces of paper in this envelope. I think they look nice. Put another flower on there because I didn't know if you could write on it, but I just wanted a little decoration. There's a little heart on this key, and this was just hanging down willy-nilly, but it kept flapping out the side, so I stuck it down. There's another piece of sari, and in there I've got a piece of paper folded up. It's got, I don't know if they're herbs or something on them, but I think it was something interesting. And this one here, I don't know what on earth this is on here. I can't see it. Looks like things out of the field. I don't know what it is, and I can't see. It says short distance this way. That says on that, and that says figure 1. I don't know. It's just something that you can probably figure it out. Bit more sari silk there. Piece of that. I just put a sticker because I don't know, and you could glue something on there anyway if you can't write on it, but I just really love that paper. This one here is a flip up, and it's got the other side of the handmade paper there. It's nice. And then there's my Sonya handmade thing, and then I just got 2 pieces in here, and there's another piece of my snippet roll on the back of that. So that is my little... I'm going to call it a gypsy style or boho style journal, hey? Because it's all them colours. It's all the colours and that. So you just want to tie that up, and you've got room to make it a little bit bigger, or just write in it and put some more pages in it yourself. Like, you know, writing pages can go in all them empty pockets that I've got there. Okay. So that's that one. Righto. And then we have... I'm going to put this back in here first. I'm going to have to write the information and put it in the bag as well after. And I've just measured it for you, but I don't know the... it's really nice one, that one. I like that. Sometimes that's probably why I hang on to things too, because I do like them. Now this was the first one of these sewing book thingies I made, and now I've got this thing around it because I could not figure out what else to put on there. So this is a slow stitch one, the cover, only on the front. I have managed to put the Sonya's handmade upside down on the back, so I left it there. I thought, well, you know. So I slow stitched on that. That's a stretchy thing. I've got a little suffle puff there, and I've slow stitched this, added that piece, put some stitching on there, and some pin. I love this button, so I wanted to put it on there. It's very light, but it's very old as well. It's not a and you just hook that round there, that being the and it wasn't loose when I put it on there. Oh dear. Maybe I can just put a few stitches on there, and then if you put more, I'll just leave it like it is. I won't fiddle around with it at all. Okay, so here I've got a nice pocket in here. These are vintage laces that I've used on this, and a bit of tatting. This is a little journal that I've put here, and I've got a piece that you can stitch yourself if you'd like, because I decided just to stitch it across there, didn't end it off, because I thought you might want to take that off and sew it yourself if you feel like that. Okay, now there's a sausage dog, and he's got the cotton, right? Isn't he cool? I'll put some pin needles in here for you, and a little flower. This is made out of, these are felt. These are really good wool felt pages. Okay, I have some buttons there on a button card. You can either leave it there, take them off, and I have a little supply of buttons, little yellow ones, and those are on a sticker thing, I think. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got I added extra because I wanted to put these. I like the way the pins are on there. I do love that idea. And then I've got these pins here. So I've put some stuff in it for you. I'm going to actually put these on the ends of these pins too, which I really need to do that because I don't want anybody getting stabbed. But I use them to, and you can use them yourself, or you can keep the bags on here and reuse the bags or whatever you want to do. If I can put this in there without sticking it in me, it'd be good. There we go. It's not even in straight, but what are you going to do? You just probably put it in the wrong end. I'm just going to push that on there. Okay, these are things off of earrings. I bought them all new. I've got a big pot of them there. I've had them for years. Yeah, so then I've got some press studs, and they're different sizes, and I've just fastened that onto there. And in here there's some little Velcro dots and a very large hook and eye. Flowers in there, nice little flowers. Some pins for you, and more pins. I don't think they're going to stab you. I don't know. I'm trying to make it so they won't. I don't know. We should be right. Hopefully we'll be right. Okay, so that's that one. And I think I might just stitch that again. I might just sew that again just to... But see, you don't want to be pulling on it either, so we might leave it alone. Let's leave it alone because we don't want to pull it apart, do we? And that one there, I'll just measure that quickly because I don't think it's much bigger, isn't it? They might be about the same size, these things. 5 by 3.5 inches and centimetres, Sonya. 12 centimetres by 9 centimetres. So I hope to have these in the shop before you see this, okay? Because I want to do that, I have to put them in there before you see it, because not much good if I haven't got them up there. Then there's the last one. Okay, so this is the last one I made. And I've got this made out of a wool blanket, righto? Now, this is a disclaimer because I have the stitches. You can see sometimes a stitch coming through the back, okay? That's just how it worked out for me, okay? I did a buttonhole stitch around the edge of it, and then I crocheted that end piece. I put this really nice piece of lacy stuff on there. I made the tassel, and you see me doing that. I made these flowers, and that was a tricky go, but I did all right. I got them done, and I finished it. And this keeps wobbling around all over the place. This little sewing machine I got hanging on the front here for you, And then I've just put that on there to hold this down because I thought sewing it on one piece was not good. You need to have it a bit solid, so we've done that. And now inside here we have a little booklet that you can write your notes in if you need any notes for your sewing. There's some pins. I've put the needles in. I'll put the handmade button on there. This is all wool blanket, and so is it. This is all wool, this stuff that they're made out of. And then I have a little thing. I put the button on there with some pins. I put some of this. This is a yellow silk bit of thread that I've rolled on there for you. And they're on, everything seems to be popping undone. Look, tighten it up a bit. And they're on a plasticky bobbin, so all you need to do is undo your little thing, or just take some off if you want to use it. And there's a couple of beads on that pin there, but in the back here I have a little supply of bead soup that I've pinned on. More pins. I'm dangerous, me, aren't I? Out to get you. Seems like I'm out to get you. So we'll put these pins on here, and hopefully I can put some pins on all of them before they go to their new forever home. Okay, put that on there. It doesn't matter which way they go, as long as the plastic stops. And I don't have anything in this yet, but what was I going to put in there? Do I remember? I don't know. I know what I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put a little tassel in there. You can use that for something. And what else? Let me see. Okay, what else can I put in here? Something, Sonya, something. Maybe one of these. Maybe one of these. This bit you can use in your sewing, you know. These are nice. There's a nice flower. You put him in the back. And there's a little, what's the name? And it is true, that is a centimetre. Each one of those is a centimetre, so that's good. And there we go. So that's in there. Yeah, so I put my name on the right way this time. It took me ages to get the stamp to work. I was trying to stamp it on a piece of, you know, that tape stuff that you buy? And it wouldn't work. It just would not come out. So I got a really nice piece of linen that has been stiffened, you know. Yeah, that's the word. And then it worked really well, and I just stitched it on. But these bits here, and if you see any odd pieces, don't try to pull them off, because they're probably coming through from the other side, because when I stitched the things, I just stitched it on, you know, hiding it in underneath there. So that's that one. And I don't think I measured it either, but it's probably the same as well. It's 5 inches by nearly 4 and 9 centimetres by 12 centimetres, okay? So that's that one. So that's another little, I'm going to call them a little sewing book, I think. Sewing needle book thing. Okay? That's what I'm going to call them. Okie dokie. Now, so thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you feel like you need one of those. And thank you to everybody who has been supporting my channel. It is really kind of you to do that for me. And I will be back after with another video. Another day, another video. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.